welcome back to another little clip of Nashville Quick Licks. My name is Sean Carson. Today we're going to be talking about some banjo roll technique. And for some reason, when I was starting out on the guitar, I was able to figure out how to implement this middle finger, which has really created a lot of shortcuts along the way, especially when I first started. It helped me kind of get some speed going. I'm not much of a flat picker. I'd never get a gig as a bluegrasser. I just wouldn't make it. I'm not much of a flat picker, but I think because early on I was able to kind of develop this middle finger, and it's really helped me. And I love the way it sounds. I love the way it looks. You can do some pretty cool things with it. We're going to go over that today. So first of all, let me just tell you that it's one of those things that is a little hard, a little bit tricky to get onto, because we're all taught, you know, when we're starting out guitars, to use that just a flat pick, you know. But when you start incorporating that middle finger, that sounded terrible, whether it be banjo rolls or that kind of stuff, it really beefs up the tone. I think it really fattens up the playing. To the ear especially. We're going to start off in the key of E, and it's the little riff that I opened up with in this little clip, but it's... So we all know what that is, right? It's just the old blues thing. I'm going to try to get my right hand to the picture here. What I'm doing here is picking, middle finger, pick, pick. And just work on developing that roll. And I don't care if you do it in the key of A, but getting that pattern going. Starting it out really slow, not to sound like a boring dad here. Get anything that you're comfortable with and start it slow. Just develop that pattern. Getting back to the original riff that we started out with. And I'll tell you, it sounds really cool. I do a song out live, Little Sister, Don't You? And it's one of those things where that's the kind of feel, the comp on it. But if you get into the middle of a solo, you can really wow them in the front row with this one. I know that sounds really fast, and it kind of is, but it's really, really easy to play. Little sister, don't you? Slow it down to little sister, don't you? So let's go over that real slow once again. As far as the left hand goes, it's really simple. You don't do hardly any movement at all. And it doesn't matter how you get into that. That's just how I get into it. You can just go right up to it if you want to. Here's a good little point that I almost kind of overlooked. When you're doing this banjo roll and you want to get that kind of banjo sound, remember you got to go back one fret to get that. It's not even a hammer on. I'm really picking both frets there. Both notes for both frets. And then I start with a banjo roll. So let's do that again. Move up to 7, 8, and 9 frets here. This is a pretty cool little riff as well. And once you get that first little pattern down, you can use it anywhere. So here's another example of a really cool kind of lick. Oh, I love that. And again, it really sounds cool, it really sounds hard, but it's really super easy. Otherwise, I wouldn't be doing it, trust me. So again, we're going to be starting on the, if you caught my first clip, first video on Nashville Quick Licks, we went over that one that goes A minor, A. This is kind of the same principle. That's really the same pattern. I'm going to be up here on my first note. Is going to be a B. On my 9th fret. It's going to be D on the 7th fret, and it's going to be an open B. What I'm grabbing with that E string is, again, my little middle finger. And I'm I'm just doing a hammer on coming down. Little chromatic descent. You can end it however you like. If you want to get advanced, well. You'll be hearing me doing a lot of banjo roll type instructional stuff because I love that. I love the way it sounds. And again, it's really one of those things that sounds great. It sounds super slick, super fancy, but once you get that pattern on, it's really easy. All right, see y'all.